Hello and welcome back to another OMNIHEROES video. In this video we're just going to pick up a couple more copies of Snow White. So as you can see at the moment this is the first time that Snow White has come to Synergy Summon. Typically when I see Synergy Summons I will go for the most recent unit. And the reason for that is because I can get them typically up to about 12 stars by the end of the season if all goes to plan. So let me just show you what I mean. The most recent seasonal unit that we got was, where have you gone? Schrodinger. One sec. Schrodinger. But as you can see, I've got Schrodinger up to 12 stars, and we could potentially go ahead and awaken her if we so chose to, but I don't have the runes for it, and I don't have anything at the moment for her, so we'll see. And look, by Sujan as well, Lee, Christine. Christine is the only one that I've not got up to 12 stars because I didn't really focus on Christine when she came out because she did magic damage on a Valianters team. If you don't know why that's important, go have a look at the Valianters passive. Very, very important. However, in this case, we've got Snow White. Snow White I've currently got up to 7 stars, and I will be going on to do many, many more stars for it. However, we will see how far we get in this Synergy Summon. As you can see, I've got 91 at the moment, so we should be able to go ahead and pick up at least one more copy of her. Now, if you do want to get copies of Snow White for this season, what you can do is you can go ahead pick up the Seasonal Champions Pass. Athena, you are not the one that we wanted to see, but it is what it is. So if you want to go ahead, you can pick up the seasonal pass. I think it's $14.99 in the shop. If you want to go ahead and pick up a copy of it, it is available to you. So we've got 21 more summons, and we do get up to our 80 summons as well. So we did pick up one copy of Snow White, and we can go ahead and pick up an additional 10 scrolls as well. So let me go ahead, summon one more time, and we do have a 50% chance to pick up another copy of Snow White if we were to go 10 deeper. Now, I do not currently, 12 deeper. So we've got a 50% chance of picking up another copy of Snow White. I may do that later on, but we'll have to go ahead and see. We'll confirm all of these. We'll advance. Not bad. We'll take those. Then we'll jump into, where have you gone? Snow White. Here you are. We'll get you up to 8 stars, and let's see just how well that she performs. Now, I have been doing some testing with her. The testing has not yielded fantastic results. She is powerful. If you pair her alongside Dahlia. We also unlock the Enchanter synergy as well, very useful on a Dooms team, but it's this mode that I've been trying to get to. Now, I have had her below 30%, she enters Dark Form. I didn't really notice a visual difference when we got her below that 30% health. Damage is increased by 100%, which can be a very, very powerful effect. Now, here we've got after Snow White takes action, she has a 50% chance to make 2 female enemies attack each other with basic attacks one time. This does actually pay dividends because this basic attack seems to ignore damage. It seems to ignore defense, as far as I can see anyway, or it takes off a Holy Shield, but the point is, it does actually reasonable amounts of damage. And then the trigger, if you get her up to 11 stars, the trigger chance is increased to 100%. And then on this one, unlocks at 12 stars. Additional effect for every 5% HP lost, damage is increased by an additional 20%. So I think that means once she's transformed, for every 5 HP lost, damage is increased by an additional 20%. 5 goes into 120 times, so 20 times 20 is 400%, I believe. Technically, you can gain up to 400%, but at that point, she would be dead. So it is what it is. Now, talents-wise, I've not leveled her up. I've got her up to Epic, but I've not gone up to the full shtick just yet because we've not got her up to 9 stars. We can't go ahead and awaken her just yet, but we will have a look. Now, I have gone full DPS for her at the moment. Potentially dodge is the way forward, but she seems like a DPS unit given all of the damage increase that she gets. Snow White deals 200% magic damage to all female enemies. Again, if no female enemies are present, she will deal damage equal to that to the person the unit in the opposite position. Typically, you will always have a female enemy. However, the drawback of this particular type of passive, funny enough, is let's go ahead and unlock Synergy Archive. is if there's only one or two, then she's not going to do altogether too much damage with her ultimate attacks either. So just something to keep in mind. We'll go ahead and activate her on here, get an additional stats boost. We'll go ahead, level that up, and then let's jump into some PvP. Let's see who is available. ECK Pro, you are a very strong competitor. I've done many duels against you, so let's go ahead and solo duel. Let's see how well we fare against this particular lot. Now, I don't think this particular lot is... I don't think we're going to win against this particular lot. However, we might as well try. So let's pop Dahlia and Snow White on this front row. Let's go with Ophelia, Arthur, and we'll go with Leviathan as well. Yeah, I think that's best, probably. The other thing that you can do, so we do have 2 enchanters on the team. You could take out Leviathan, you could pop Cleo in, you'll get your 3 enchanters, 5 doomsdayers, 3 celestials, 1 deviant, but I'm going to pop the Leviathan in there for the deviant synergy and also the reflect as well. Stick Arthur in the middle. We do have fine. These are fine, absolutely. Let's jump in and let's see how well Snow White does. Now, again, I have been testing with Snow White. She does reasonable amounts of damage. Unfortunately, we got Leviathan stolen right away, so this might be just GG. Let me take the relic animations off. I've just pulled for the new relic, so I'll jump into info, take off relic animations, and there we go. So we shouldn't see any more relic animations, but we'll just have to see. Now, Dahlia is froze. That is unfortunate. We don't see Snow White go below 30% health. It would have been very, very handy had we seen her. Can we see her? So she went below that 30% health, but has now massively increased that health, and we can't see any change in that dark form. I've seen her go down to below 30% HP. So we are currently, I think, below 30% HP, and I can't see any visible difference. Well, this probably isn't a great matchup, to be fair, because she's completely frozen. I think she will be for the rest of time now. Right, okay, so that's the protection mechanic out of the way. We should start to see a lot more damage against these guys. Unfortunately, we've been completely frozen out. It is the way with this. Unfortunately, it is what it is. So we do see Eudora pop off here. So hindrance has been applied, so they can't get any more stacks. That's fantastic. And we are just, building up and building up. And Arthur to do minimal damage here, 127 million. Not what we like to see. We're outputting more damage at the moment. Again, though, I think the longer this goes on, the more likely it is that we are to win. Yeah, so Gaia goes straight down, which means that we should start to act a bit quicker this time. Unfortunately, we're still frozen, so it's not great. What I might do is after we've seen this great showing from Snow White here. There we go. So after Snow White has taken action, we got to see Elisha and Elowin smack each other about. Again, it doesn't do altogether too much with an Elisha on the field, opposing Elisha on the field. Here we go. So Snow White has been released. She is very slow, by the way. Snow White is very slow. I think she takes action last on this team, but doing 5,684 million. That is cracking damage right there. And then do we see it again? Oh, she nearly took them all out by herself. Actually, this is not bad. The reason that she's so strong, by the way, right now, is because of Dahlia, because of the switch between Dahlia. We have even frozen the Wicked Witch of the West herself. So we see Arthur here doing 208 million. How much is Snow White doing? 904. So she's actually outputting more damage than Arthur. Again, that is because we have been switching with Dahlia. It looks like Dahlia to do the most, but Snow White there, very, very close, even though it wasn't fantastic. So bear with me. I'm going to pause. I'm just going to find a team that's not going to freeze or stun us or mess us around, and then we'll be back in. Here we go. So Mystifiers, again, are very strong in this particular meta, especially with how much damage they do with Corrode. It's very, very important to get all of that in. Again, we'll just have to see. Now, what you can do as well, you can run Helios in the same spot as Leviathan on this, and then you would get your 3 enchanters for Snow White, as well as you will get another Celestial for for Arthur's passive as well. In case you don't know, Arthur at 10 stars increases the overall stats, I believe, of the Celestials by 40%, which is no small. It's no small trigger. It's no small amount there. So as you can see, we are building up Halissa on this team as well. The reason that Halissa is in here is to increase the health of all of the monarchs that are on the team. We do get Dahlia popping off here. I think she will take out Dullahan, yep. So we will get all of our buffs taken off us. Yep, because a Celestial on the enemy team died. And as you can see, lots of damage going back to the enemies here. We've not really seen Snow White take much action at the moment, but we'll just have to go ahead and see. We'll try this switch up. Ophelia to do a little bit of damage here. Not bad. Again, she's very, very quick. Sorry, Snow White is very, very slow. Really, really slow. The reason that Astrid is stunned there is because we reflected that debuff back. And then we get, yeah, all of this reflection back. We'll see Snow White here hopefully finish off the job. No, she got a miss. Unfortunate. But we did take out enemy Mulan here as well. Yeah, it is what it is. So we should see Snow White do another. So we'll see her do her secondary active here. Get some more shielding in. Not bad. Again, it's very difficult to get her below 30%. Without her dying, it is a very difficult condition to meet, and I'm not too sure that the additional 100% damage will output. But as you saw in the last game, we did get to below 30%. We did trigger her dark form, I believe, but it didn't really show visually on here anyway. And actually, she's putting up a fair chunk of damage on this team as well. So even without transforming, I think she's okay. I think without transforming, I think she's mid. I think once she does transform, she then becomes a powerhouse because it's 100% base damage on there as well. So let me just jump back into Snow White. And again, these are you do kind of want her up to that 11 stars, 12 stars in order to get these final passives. She's a bit like Mavis in that regard. Do I think she's better than Mavis? No, because she's got very specific abilities against females. So it is what it is. Like if you are in a meta that is all females, I think Snow White will do very well on this Dooms team, especially pairing with Ophelia. I think that's going to be very, very good. But do I think that you should go out of your way to pick up a copy of her or to summon for her? No, not really. There are better Doom options. I wouldn't normally run Snow White in that spot. I would probably run another unit like Halissa there, because I've got Halissa at higher star level. As you can see, I've got Lightseeker 15 stars for Halissa and half red runes. There are other options available on that Dooms team over Snow White. But if you are just starting out, I don't think she's going to make a massive impact. I think if you are just starting out, I think Lancelot is probably best bet. He does output the most at 6 stars to 7 stars, so getting just one copy of him to run on a Mystifiers team, I think is better. I think that she's probably maybe better than Bai Sugen because she's going to output more damage. Again, it all depends on your team. So let me know what you think of Snow White. Do you think you'll be summoning for her, or do you think she's a pass or a skip? Let me know down below in the comments. Thanks very much for watching. Hope you have a fantastic day.